12,000 years ago, before the wheel, before writing, before a single brick of Egypt's pyramids was laid, someone carved massive stone pillars into the shape of animals and stood them upright in a circle on a hilltop in what is now Turkey. They weighed up to 10 tons each, and the people who built this had no metal tools, no draft animals, and as far as we know, no permanent homes. Then, for reasons nobody has fully explained, they buried it. On purpose. All of it. This is Göbekli Tepe, and it broke almost everything archaeologists thought they knew about the beginning of civilization. In 1963, American and Turkish researchers surveyed a hill in southeastern Turkey called Göbekli Tepe, which simply means Potbelly Hill in Turkish. They noted some broken limestone slabs and moved on, assuming the site was just a medieval cemetery. Nothing special. It sat untouched for 3 decades. Then, in 1994, German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt visited the hill. He'd already worked at a similar, much smaller site nearby, and something about the layout of the limestone fragments caught his attention. He later said he knew within minutes that this wasn't a cemetery, it was something far older. Schmidt began excavating in 1995. What he uncovered over the next 2 decades would force textbooks to be rewritten. Göbekli Tepe consists of multiple circular and oval enclosures, each ringed by massive T-shaped limestone pillars. The largest pillars stand over 5 meters tall and weigh close to 10 tons. At the center of each ring, 2 even larger pillars face each other. The pillars aren't blank. Many are carved with intricate reliefs: foxes, boars, snakes, scorpions, vultures, and other animals, some rendered with startling detail and movement. A few pillars appear to have arms carved into their sides, with hands meeting at the front, suggesting these weren't just architectural supports. They may represent stylized human or divine figures. Radiocarbon dating places the oldest structures at roughly 9,600 BCE. To put that in perspective, that's over 6,000 years before Stonehenge, and about 7,000 years before the Great Pyramid of Giza. When Göbekli Tepe was built, much of North America was still under glacial ice sheets. Here's where it gets genuinely strange, and why archaeologists had to reconsider basic assumptions. The conventional model of human development went like this. First, humans settled down and started farming. Agriculture created food surpluses. Surpluses allowed populations to grow and specialize. Some became builders, some became priests, some became rulers. Only then, with organized society in place, did large-scale monumental architecture and religion emerge. Göbekli Tepe flips that sequence. There's no clear evidence of agriculture at the time it was built. No domesticated grains, no evidence of permanent villages with houses nearby. The people who built this appear to have been hunter-gatherers, mobile groups who did not yet farm. And yet they organised enough labour to quarry, transport and erect stones, weighing as much as a school bus, using nothing but stone tools, rope and manpower. Some researchers estimate this required coordinated effort from hundreds of people over extended periods, which implies a level of social organisation, leadership and shared purpose that shouldn't have existed among hunter-gatherers. Klaus Schmidt's own theory, which reshaped the field, was blunt. Maybe religion came first. Maybe the human need to gather for ritual and belief is what drove people to organise, cooperate and eventually settle down, and agriculture followed as a consequence of needing to feed the workers, not the other way around. First came the temple, then the city, he famously said. Perhaps the strangest part of the story isn't the construction, it's the ending. At some point, roughly 8,200 BCE, the people using Göbekli Tepe began deliberately burying the enclosures, not letting them collapse from neglect, filling them, layer by layer, with rubble, broken tools, and animal bone, essentially entombing the pillars that they had spent so much effort building. Nobody knows why. Some archaeologists suggest each enclosure had a limited ritual lifespan and was ceremonially retired once a new one was built. Others propose the site fell out of use as the surrounding environment changed, or as farming communities eventually replaced hunter-gatherer life in the region. A few researchers have floated more dramatic explanations, a shift in belief systems, or even a symbolic closing of an era. Whatever the reason, this deliberate burial is likely the reason Göbekli Tepe survived at all. The rubble protected the pillars from erosion and looting for 11,000 years, until Klaus Schmidt's team started digging. Even after 30 years of excavation, less than 10% of the site has been uncovered. Ground-penetrating radar surveys suggest there are at least 20 more enclosures still buried beneath the hill. We still don't fully know who exactly organised the labour, what belief system the carvings represent, why specific animals were chosen, whether Göbekli Tepe was used exclusively for ritual or served other purposes too, like seasonal gathering and trade between different hunter-gatherer groups from across the region. What we do know is that Göbekli Tepe forced a fundamental rethink of when and how organised human society began, and reminded archaeologists that a hill in the Turkish countryside can still hold secrets older than agriculture itself. Göbekli Tepe isn't a story about aliens or lost super civilizations. It's something arguably more remarkable, proof that long before writing, before farming, before anything we'd recognise as civilization, ordinary humans were capable of extraordinary cooperation, ambition and belief. If you find sites like this fascinating, let me know in the comments which ancient mystery you want covered next, and subscribe, because we're just getting started uncovering the places history forgot.